Hello, everybody. Welcome to Townsend 505. My name is Nick, uh, speaking you here with Tower today, continuing our ACDC journey. Um, we've gone to their fourth studio album, Powerage. Um, you have any brief thoughts or any history you want to say before we begin?
Yeah, so this was released in 1978, follow up to Let There Be Rock. Here's the back cover. And it's the first appearance of bass player Cliff Williams, who was hired to go on the American tour of Let There Be Rock in 1977. So this is his first album. And this is also, I would say, this is the end of the Australian era of ACDC, like the early years. This is the last album recorded in Australia. And at least for a while, the last album recorded, produced by Harry Vanda and George Young. And then yeah, this is I think another big step up in their work from Let There Be Rock. This is a crazy rock and roll guitar album with a funny. I like that nice album cover.
Yeah, I love that little album cover.
Yes. So yeah, Cliff Williams is in. He's the bass player. Uh, he's been the bass player for. I think he retired in 2016. He came out of retirement a couple of times. One of them was to do the most recent album. But I think for now, at least for touring, Cliff Williams is retired. That's my brief thoughts, brief history with the album.
Cool. My opinion, I think it's another big step up for them. Um, man, I really thought I really thought the last album was a big step up. Man, this is just like, man, they're really hammering their albums.
They do.
Um, I love, I really love the growth of the writing. Bon Scott sounding great as ever, of course.
Yeah,
Um, you'll never hear me ever get tired of Bon. He is awesome lead vocalist.
yeah, he's great.
Uh,
This is, I think, his best lyrics, the best lyrics he's ever done on this album. I think.
I I agree. Great writing. I'm looking forward to diving into this.
Yes. Another little tidbit before we get started is after this album came out, they were gonna release a hits album called 12 of the Best, but they decided just to release a live album instead. So this is their first
Okay.
live album. If You Want Blood, recorded during their Powerage World Tour at the Apollo Theater in Glasgow. And so this is only a single live album. The whole goal was to make a very short and punchy live album that was only one disc instead of a long drawn out 2 disc or 3 disc live album. So yeah, this is pretty funny. It's a pretty good concert, and I love the album cover. I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I agree.
Paled, and then he's just laying there on the ground. So
Yeah.
that's what came out of this. The Powerage album was this live album.
Cool.
That's pretty much all I have for that. So we get into
Well,
the tracks.
let's get this thing started. Get the opening track, "Rock and Roll Damnation."
Yeah, so Rock and Roll Damnation, the first song on this album, was actually the last song recorded for this album. ACDC had released this. They had finished this album, all 8 tracks, and then the record company said, "Hey, we need like a radio friendly single." So they just worked this out, churned this out real quick, and that was the last song recorded. There is a version of this album in the UK, a rare pressing of this album with a different track listing and no Rock and Roll Damnation. Instead, they do have a song toward the end of the album called "Cold Hearted Man." That's on that side, and it's the last song recorded with Mark Evans on bass. So Cold Hearted Man wouldn't be officially released until many, many years later. But Rock and Roll Damnation is a pretty good song for it to be the last song recorded for this album. It's pretty well done. Got some like maracas going on in there. Pretty fun stuff. What about you?
This is an epic opener. Of the opening tracks, I'm probably gonna say "Go Down" is probably my favorite of the four, but this is still just an amazing song. I even say the first song on High Voltage is tied with "Go Down." It's a long way to the top. That's tied with that. But this is an epic opener. I did not listen to that UK version. I didn't listen to that song, so if you're wondering how I feel about that, I can't give you an answer because I didn't listen to that song. Um, just to be honest. But yeah, this is a very epic opener
Yes,
to what I feel like is a very underrated album.
it is. It's quite good.
Now we get to the next song on the album, "Down Payment Blues."
Oh my goodness, what a great follow up song. It's a little bit slower, but still got that driving energy. I think it's about like 6 or so minutes long. Just about, you know, this guy can't is broke, but he's buying all these things like a car and a boat, and he's trying to impress this girl, but he can't pay his rent. He can't even feed his cat. He's on welfare. And he's like, dude. I think it's just a really funny song about living out of your means, maybe during the rock and roll lifestyle, and you don't really have the funds to support that. I think that's a pretty funny set of lyrics.
This is another great song. Sadly, this didn't make my top five. Sadly, the song's really good, but yeah, it just barely didn't make my top five. Another really solid song on the album. I agree. This is a great follow up. Yeah, it's the longest song on the album, but it doesn't feel that long. It's really good.
No.
I like the groove of it. Next song on the album. Here's a heavy hitter. "Give Me a Bullet."
Oh yeah, "Give Me a Bullet" is a crazy song. Uh, a song about heartbreak. This guy got broken up with, and he's trying to numb the pain. Give me a bullet to bite on, and he's just dealing with heartbreak. Yeah, but the rest of this song is amazing. My goodness, the guitars, Angus and Malcolm go absolutely crazy. Malcolm is putting on that rhythm riff. Man, I love this album so much. This guitars are just killer on this album, especially this song too.
Yeah, this is a great song. This should have been a hit. There's a song on the album that definitely sounds like the biggest hit potential. This is definitely it.
Yeah.
Really good song. Very underappreciated. Another just really good song on the album. I really dig the guitar playing, and yeah, this is what a fabulous song this is.
It is.
Now we get to the last song on side one, "Riff Raff."
I love Riff Raff. Yes. This is a big live staple during their live tour for this and many tours after that, I believe. Yeah, this is just a big, huge guitar solo, in my opinion, with some lyrics attached to it. It's just an iconic opening riff. And they go crazy. I love this. Is probably my favorite song on the album, just how insane this song is. Yeah, this is probably going to be my favorite song.
I love this song. This song is really good. I loved it from the first time I heard it until now. It's just what a great song this is. I'm like, man, this is like you got this first side and it's like so perfect. I'm like, man, like I thought the last three albums were good, but man, this album is proving to me to be just.
They really kick it up a notch.
one banger after another. I'm like,
And
what?
sadly forgotten. It's
Yeah,
sandwiched
'cause
between very iconic albums, and this one is just kind of in the shadows. Very sad.
it's because it was released in between Let There Be Rock and Highway to Hell,
Yep.
so it gets forgotten about. Sadly, man, sucks because it's great song on a great album.
It only sold 1 million copies.
Wow,
It's one of their lower selling albums.
Jesus, that upsets me.
Yeah, this is very sad because this album is very good.
Yeah, I know. Jesus. Uh, now we get to flip the record over. Sin City.
Oh, yes. Another great song. Opening this next side up with another banger of a track, Sin City, all about Las Vegas and gambling. Excuse me. Yeah, this is another banger song. Oh my goodness, just back to back to back, and starting off this new side with another fire song. My goodness, Sin City is very fun. Um, this is actually during the Powerage tour. ACC appeared on a program called Midnight Special. It was kind of like America's music television program before MTV became a thing. And they played this song first when they appeared. It's the first time they played to an American TV audience. Was this song Sin City? It was very cool. Yeah, oh my gosh, this song's so good.
I love this song. This is another great song on the album. Such a great song that opened up the side after the epic riff raff. It's like, man, this is. I have nothing really. I don't have a whole lot to say. Just great rock and roll. And just great rock and roll after great rock and roll. Love this song though. It's what was this a hit at all or?
I think the only single from this album was Rock and Roll Damnation.
Okay, it sounds like it would be a single.
It would. It does.
That's why I was wondering. I don't know their singles did well. Well, not did well, but like it wasn't as popular as their albums, which still shocks me with that fact. Another great song on the album, strong song, and made my top 5. Now we get to the next song on the album. What's Next to the Moon?
Man, they just can't miss on this album. This is another great song, a great riff that just sticks in your head. That riff just carries through the song. It's just I think the song's kind of funny in a morbid kind of way, from the subject matter of him. This woman's driving him crazy. It's like I'm gonna put you on the railroad tracks, or throw you from a building. Superman's out of town. He's not gonna be able to catch you. Man, it's just, the detectives trying to get him to confess, and it's a weird, kind of dark, morbid song, but it's so fun. It's that riff, the riff, and the solo. It just grips you, doesn't let you go.
Yeah, it's another great song. Sadly, this is probably my least favorite song on the album.
Fair.
It's a good song. I love this song. It's such a good album that even my least favorite song is if this was on the debut album, this would be one of the best songs on the album. So that's just prove how much they grew as a band. But man, I wish the song would be my top 5, but it's in a bad spot right now because it's in an album with so many great bangers on it. So
Yep.
That's unfortunate for that song's sake. But I agree, the lyrics are pretty funny. Another solid song on a great album. Now we get to the next song on the album, Gone Shooting.
Oh yes, I love Gone Shooting. It's got that bluesy feel to it that I love. Man, this song it's a little slower, but it really hits you. This guy is just about, Bond's talking about this girlfriend who's gone shooting up drugs and can't really do anything else but do that. This song's amazing. Um, a lot of these songs have kind of more dark, mature themes, uh, but the lyrics are really good. I really love this song. This is probably my top five as well.
I agree with you. This is a top five song. I really like it. I like how it's slow. I like the. I know this wouldn't be Jason's favorite song on the album.
Yeah. It's too bluesy. It's too slow.
Yeah, this song's awesome though. I really really like this song. I'm like, whoa, this song's amazing.
God shooting. Bam, bam, bam,
I'm glad, I'm glad we could agree on this being on the in the top five. I thought it was gonna be the only one for a second. Um, yeah, this is Sin City and Gone Shooting are my two favorite songs on the second side. It's
Nice. Yeah.
songs. Uh, now we get to the next song on the album, Up to My Neck in You.
To my neck and you. Wow. Another amazing song. My goodness, they just keep hitting you and hitting you with great songs. We had a little time to breathe with Gone Shooting, but then now it's time to grab you with rock and roll. And again, another, dealing with heartbreak. This guy's, kind of, in the song, this guy's up to my neck, and this guy's just had a bad life. He's up to his neck in misery, and up to his neck in women and in drink, and he's waiting for the train so it can come decapitate him. Up to my neck on the railroad tracks, waiting for the train. The lyrics are very, just follows the theme on this album, that the lyrics are a little bit more dark, but the song is absolutely amazing, just like the rest of these songs on here.
Yeah, it's. I have to admit, I don't recognize any of these songs.
Yo, what's up, Jason?
Yeah, me and Jason are covering the next Kinks album after this stream.
Is it Preservation Act 2? I heard
Yes.
people talking about that album.
You should watch the review. See us bash the Kinks album.
Yeah, I saw it. It's like, oh, this album is so bad.
Can't. Yeah, Jason, you excited to absolutely rip apart Act 2? I know I am. But going back to AC/DC, this is a great album. I get to review an absolutely amazing album before. I get to absolutely rip apart a bad album. So, like I might say a time or two, I'm like, I'd rather be listening to Powerage again than listen to this. Powerage has great songs on it. Act 2 has awful songs on it.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is another amazing song. I'm with you on that. Sadly, it is towards the bottom of my list. Songs, so sad about us. This is a great song, though. I love the vibe of it. Now, let's get to the last one on the album.
Yeah, just seeing these songs that are like toward the bottom just plays to the strength that all the songs on this album are very good.
Exactly. It's like, man, kicked in the teeth.
Oh my goodness, I love this song. This is a great ending track. I love how it just starts out with Bon Scott screaming, like kind of doing the lyrics, and then we have a little riff, and it just kind of like this pause, and he starts singing again and pause, and then the song really kicks in. You're like, oh my goodness, the drums kick in, and the guitar kicks in. It just this is a fast song. And the guitar solo on the song is crazy. I think even crazier than Riff Raff. This song is kicked in the teeth. It's just like, again, with heartbreak, this guy, he's got this girlfriend and she's going around sleeping with all these dudes, and he feels like he's been kicked in the teeth. And this whole song is about that. My goodness, I I don't know. I don't remember if there's multiple guitar solos. I know there's at least one. I think there's an outro guitar solo, but man, the song is a killer ending track. One of my favorites. Oh.
Yes, this is. Yeah, I actually hit the turn off camera button. Really, really great closing track. Very, very awesome album closer. Probably my favorite album closer from them.
Yeah.
Their last three album closers are good. I have no problems with them, but this is like their best album closer. Like, this is just epic way to close out the album. Leaves me with a good taste in my mouth, and leaves me leaving wanting more. So that's good. I feel satisfied. What are your top 5 songs on the album?
Oh my goodness, where to begin? I think number 5 probably have to be. I'm actually going with "Down Payment Blues" for number 5. That song's really cool.
Okay.
Number 4, I'm gonna have to go with. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with. I'm actually gonna go with "Gone Shootin'." Number 3 is gonna be "Kicked in the Teeth." Actually, number 3 is gonna be "Sin City." Number 2 is gonna be "Kicked in the Teeth," and number 1 is gonna be "Riff Raff."
Cool. We shared 3 songs on top 5. Number 5, "Gone Shooting." Number 4, "Sin City." Number 3, "Rock and Roll Damnation." Number 2, "Give Me a Bullet." And number 1, "Riff Raff."
Nice.
Love Riff Raff. That song is epic. I'm glad we both agree on that. What will your score be? Yes, sir.
It's 10 time.
I'm also giving it a 10 out of 10. This is also my favorite AC/DC album now.
Nice.
And I told this to Tyler, but I'm making a AC/DC playlist on my Spotify, and I have all the songs on this album on there.
Yes.
There be rock. Sorry.
This album is absolutely amazing. Very deserving of a 10 out of 10 score.
Technically, "Let There Be Rock" technically does have all the songs on there because of the repeat track on it, but
yeah.
but the repeat track, I don't know what I'm not a fan of there being a repeat track. So, well, technically it isn't, but now with the age we live in, it is a repeat track, and "Crap City Blue" is not in my playlist either. So, no matter the Australian and the US version doesn't have a full playlist of that album, but this is the first album of AC/DC to have all the songs on the playlist.
Nice.
Love this album. See you guys in the you have anything you want to say before we close out?
Yeah, I mean, this is like I said before, like the end of an era. After this, they'll be going over to Atlantic will kind of push them out of the nest and have them go with another producer. And we'll talk about that in our next episode. We'll actually have, I believe, Scott from SoundLab Studios and Scrap Dog Scott's Records will be joining us.
Yes.
A couple of those albums.
Yeah, he's joining us for 3 albums. It's cool. Jason, I'll see you over for the Kinks review. Click on the link if you want. I'll be right over there. As for you, Tyler, I'll see you next time. So then, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be right shortly with the Kinks.
Bye.